It's been a few weeks now, and I still haven't figured out how people feel about this game. I opened Twitter, and then I remember Twitter is garbage. I close Twitter. I open YouTube, but all of my recommendations about this game are VTuber streams. I'm not sure if that says more about the algorithm, the game, or me, but I know what you are, and I know who I am. The first update gave us dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Bottom text. The second gave us literal necromancy. You know, I can't wait for some unenthused narrator to try to explain this update pipeline to me in a retrospective video essay 4 years from now in a way that makes any amount of tangible sense. But anyway, summoning Calcium Crusaders aside, the patch notes reminded me of something I would rather forget. A malevolent creature, only spoken of in hushed tones and shaking voices. They call him the King of the Caves, the Scourge of the Mines. It's the Doom Frog. They updated the Doom Frog. Yes, the patch notes seem to think it's called a Magmatoad or whatever, but the patch notes are about 2 seconds away from a dinner date with a paper shredder. Frankly, I don't care what the patch notes call it. It is a Doom Frog. Thank you. If you've been playing this game for any reasonable amount of time, you're likely and unfortunately well acquainted with the Doom Frog. The early caves of Zone 1 seem like a paradise. Copper and iron are abundant, and the only enemies you have to deal with are literal bottom feeders and goblins. So, just literal bottom feeders. But the siren call of minerals can break even the strongest of wills. You're not going to be satisfied until you get more, until you go deeper. But once you go deep enough, you'll watch as the caves go from calm, serene sites of precious metal excavation to spelunking in downtown New York. It is here you'll find many interesting residents, including, but not limited to, undead warriors, lava puppies, whatever this thing is, undead mages who backpedal into lava, which doesn't hurt them. Seriously, who comes up with this shit? And of course, him. If you are somehow unfamiliar, allow me to begrudgingly introduce the Doom Frog. What makes the Doom Frog so formidable? Is it his powerful, imposing aura? Is it his insurmountable size? No. You see, frogs possess tongues, like many creatures. However, their tongues are specially designed to extend far beyond the maw in an attempt to capture prey at a distance. Now, this is all very interesting until you remember that this creature is essentially a very big frog, and you are essentially very big prey. Yes, this creature has the ability to body snatch you from half a cave away at speeds so high you don't even have time to think about your terrible life decisions up to this point. You'll be mining happily, minding your own business, and in a split second you'll be face to face with King Von's pet frog. Except, this isn't always the case. It's currently unknown why this happens, maybe unstable evolution or spatial anomaly caused by interdimensional influence. But the Doom Frog's destination when pulling extends behind them. How this is physically even possible is something even our best researchers haven't been able to quite figure out yet. And between you and me, the agency seriously can't keep affording their therapy bills, so I hope they clear that one up soon. Normally, this would be fine. Disorienting, but fine. But remember, these heathens are found in places covered in molten lava, meaning you are one unfortunate slip of the tongue away from Gaia's natural deep fryer at any time. So, the Doom Frog is not only a formidable creature in its own right, but it also serves as a stage hazard, which is very helpful information if your opponent happens to be a professional Smash player, as this is one of their few fears, along with accountability and child protective services. But the game has changed. I mean, literally, 1 page in the script ago I mentioned that the game had a second update. Literally, the game has changed. Now, the Doom Frogs are even stronger. But, I hear you say, it wasn't a buff, it was a adjustment. Listen, Riot has been using that line on me in their patch notes for years, and just because Hytale officially separated from Riot doesn't mean this trick is going to work on me. Firstly, the tongue attack deals less damage and happens less often. That sounds wonderful until you remember that less than a lot can still be a lot, and realistically, it only takes 1 to kill you. In exchange for this, they've been given a gap closer. Yes, the one saving grace about these creatures is that previously, they were slow. If you avoided their clutches, you could easily keep your distance, maybe even escape with your life. Now, they charge you like a pit bull charges a small defenseless child. Despite my hyperbole, the Doom Frog is a manageable creature. However, what do you do when your opponent is not just a Doom Frog? Is there some rule that says every single monster who tries to kill you must do so in an honorable and chivalric duel? No, there isn't. Which is why now you have to deal with situations like these. Enjoy.